Hello, my name is Ali Hussein, and I'll be explaining many things today. First of all, I'll be exporting external data. The data which I'll be exporting is Excel. So I will go into Excel, wait for it to load, and I'll browse the file. I have it in my downloads at the moment called Patience. I will open it. I will press OK. We need to put the correct settings. Yes, yes, Patience, and we finish. And close, and now we have the patience table here. So now that we have the patience table here, the second thing that we have to do is make changes to that table. So for example, to make changes, the best thing to do is go to the view and go to design view. So normally there's only one primary key, and that primary key is always individual, and this isn't individual because there's two things here. So what I'd like to do is delete it. So delete the row. Yes, delete the row. So now there's only one primary key, which is ID. Now the telephone is number. The e-contact number is number. So I think all the fields are correct. But the postcode I would put as, I would leave it as that. So yes, I think it's very good. So now to save the changes, I have to go back into the datasheet view. Now save my changes. Now as you can see, there's only one ID for each doctor, only one. Now secondly, what we'll be doing is creating additional record to the patients table. So what I'll be doing is, so for example, say my own name, Ali Hussein, and I'm a male, so it's male M represents M. Now we live in 27 Bobtown. The postcode can be E1779W. I can live in Hackney. The town I live in will be London. The telephone could be this. Just making up a random telephone number for the sake of this. The e-contact number could be Hazel again. The e-contact number surname could be Benzema. Sorry, Benzema. The e-contact telephone number could be this. The emergency contact. So we come into here, and now we have created additional record in Access. So now we have to create a doctor's table. So what we do is we want to create a table, and this will be a doctor's table. So the best thing to do again to create a table, I go into design view, and I'll name this sheet this table doctor's table. And when I press OK, so is the ID there already? I want to do first name, and that'll be short text. Surname, that'll be short text. I can do the gender. For the moment this will be short text, but after we'll come back and change it. I can do contact number, and this will also be number. This will not be short text, this will be number, as contact number is always number. And I'll do email address. Email address. So this will also be short text. Now I've created it. Datasheet saved my changes. So for the sake of it, I will write Asia Hussein. The gender would be female. Female. The contact number could be this. And the address could be asia@gmail.co.uk. Or sorry, .com, as this normal .com. So I have now filled out the entire row and created a new table called doctor's table. now what we have to do is show input mask. Now I will use input mask for my doctors table. So to use input mask, all I have to do is go on design view, go onto here. So is the input mask here, contact number. So what I'll do is go over here, select this icon over here. Pardon, sorry, there's an error here. When it works with text or data to, okay. So I have to change it to short text, for example. Input mask. Save. So I want this to be it. This to be the format. So I go on next. And then I go on next. And then I will go on this, the symbol. Next. Finish. And now I go back onto save the changes. I go back, and as you can see, the format has been created. So now I've created my input mask. This task is done. Now I'm going to show that I'm doing a validation table. A validation table, I'll show a validation rule, sorry. So I will go onto the doctor's table, I'll go onto the patient's table. I have to go into design view again. So over here, this is validation rule. Now what I've done is I've created, I've gone to Google, and I have created loads of different, I found something, loads of different over here, loads of different rules. So all I have to do is copy and paste it. So I'll copy this, copy, and I'll bring it back into I'll use it for my doctor's table, as I have an email address over there. So I'll go onto email address, the validation rule over here, and yeah, I've showed my validation rule, but I also show validation text. So this is a text error. So you choose what text comes up when there's an error and something is breaking the validation rule. So what I will choose is this, the data entered is incorrect. So this will come up when I've entered the wrong email data type. So I have to go back onto the data sheet, save my changes. This process may take a long while, Isma. So I go onto Gmail. I'll go here. I'll see the data is entered incorrect because I made the validation rule. I said okay, this is the text as proof. I do that, and the message isn't there anymore. It's all correct. So now I have to show me using the drop down menu. Now remember I said I will come back to the female and gender, the gender and female male. So I will use this as a way to use a drop down menu. So I will use lookup wizard for this. I will type in the values that I want. So I will do M for male. Because it isn't specific enough. So I'll use male and then female. And I'll go on to next. I'll go on to gender. And I'll finish. And it should work. Save my changes. Male. I can change it anytime. So this is a drop down menu, as you can see. So now I have shown all the data consistency. I have shown input mask. I have shown validation rule. I have shown validation text. I have shown drop down menu. So now what I'll do is I will go into a table which I have created previously and show how to create relationships and enforce referential integrity. So what I'll do is I will open my files. I will go onto another table. So as you can see, I've created a lot of tables here: appointment, doctor, patients, room, and staff. To be more specific, so to create a relationship, I have to go into create, or I have to go a database tool. I go into relationships, and I'll select all the tables: doctor, patients, room, staff. And yes, now I can close this that. So I feel that appointment is in the middle because it has links to everything. So I will use it over here. Sorry, to make it look more neater or more professional. This format will be sufficient. So I can connect ID to ID, enforce referential integrity. So and cascade update, cascade delete is if something changes on the appointment table, which is related to the doctor table, it automatically deletes and updates as well. So I create the relationship. Sorry, there's an error there. So because I have to close all my tables, so I'll go into doctor and connect it to the doctor ID, not to doctor ID. So I will use this, create referential integrity, enforce cascade update, cascade delete, and create a relationship over there. So for staff, I'll go into staff ID. I'll do exactly the same over here. I'll go into patients and I'll go into patient ID. I'll enforce referential integrity, cascade update, cascade delete, and I will go on to create and the room number, the room ID. I will go into the room ID, enforce referential integrity, enforce cascade update, cascade delete, and create a relationship. So to make it look more neater, this will be more sufficient and will look much more professional. So now I've created the relationships. I have enforced referential integrity. Yes, so I feel that this is I can now save my work, change the saves, save the changes,